There is a moment that happens in nearly every immigrant household, somewhere around the time a child starts school. You speak to them in Punjabi, and they answer you in English. Not because they are being difficult, they are simply doing what the world around them is training them to do. And something quietly shifts. The old worry that teaching a child 2 languages at once will confuse them or delay their speech is one of the most stubborn myths in parenting. Decades of research have steadily dismantled it. Yes, bilingual children sometimes mix languages in a single sentence, and they may have a slightly smaller vocabulary in each language early on. But their combined vocabulary across both languages is right on track. They reach developmental milestones within the normal range. Children's brains are not single language machines that overload with a second input. Much of the world grows up speaking 2 or more languages as a matter of course. There is a growing body of research suggesting that bilingualism does not just avoid harm, it actively helps. Studies point to advantages in what researchers call executive function, the brain's ability to focus attention, ignore distraction, hold information in mind, and switch flexibly between tasks. The leading explanation is that a bilingual child's brain is constantly managing 2 language systems, quietly selecting the right one for every moment, and that ongoing mental exercise appears to strengthen attention and cognitive flexibility more broadly. These are real advantages, though they should be held modestly. The stronger reasons to keep a heritage language, for most families, are about connection and identity. Raising a confident bilingual child is less about method and more about consistency and real human interaction. 2 strategies work well in practice. In the first, each parent speaks one language consistently. One parent speaks Punjabi, the other speaks English. In the second, the family uses the heritage language at home, and the majority language arrives naturally through school and the wider community. Either approach can work. What they share is consistency and real conversation. The single most important finding across the research is this: live interaction beats screens. A child learns language from back-and-forth conversation with people who respond to them, not from passive video, however educational it claims to be. Talking, reading aloud, singing, and storytelling in Punjabi do more for a child's bilingual development than any app. The hardest moment for most families comes when a child starts school. Suddenly the child spends the bulk of their waking hours immersed in English, makes English-speaking friends, and often starts answering parents in English even when spoken to in Punjabi. Without deliberate effort, the home language quietly recedes. And in diaspora families, language loss tends to be a one-way slide. Once the habit is gone, it rarely comes back without real work to restore it. Holding the line takes intention rather than pressure. Keep speaking Punjabi at home, and resist the easy slide into English just to be quicker. Read aloud in Punjabi and tell stories. Give children regular time with grandparents and Punjabi-speaking friends and community, people who give the language real relationships to live inside. And give the language a purpose the child can feel. For Sikh families, there is an additional thread that runs to the heart of the faith. Punjabi, and the Gurmukhi script, are the doorway to Sikh scripture in its own words. A child can absolutely know and live Sikhi in English. Understanding the meaning and spirit of the Guru's teachings matters more than decoding any script, and no child should ever feel locked out of their faith by a language barrier. But Punjabi keeps open the deeper room, the ability to one day read the sacred texts, follow along at the Gurdwara, sit with grandparents, and hear the Guru's words without a translation standing in between. The language is the carrier of the inheritance. Reading a story about Sikh history together in Punjabi is bilingual practice and identity building at the same time. Hearing Sikh scripture at home is listening practice and connection in one. Underneath the cognitive research and the practical strategies sits the thing that matters most. A strong heritage language and cultural identity is linked in study after study to a sense of belonging and emotional well-being, especially for children growing up between cultures. A child who can move comfortably between worlds, English at school, Punjabi, and Sikhi at home, tends to carry that identity as a gift rather than a burden. They know who they are. They have a place to stand. If you are looking for a starting point, pick one daily slot that stays Punjabi only. The drive to school. Dinner. Bedtime. Protect it. Do not switch to English to smooth a hard moment, narrate around the gap instead. One consistently protected pocket of the day does more than scattered good intentions ever will. 2 languages are not a problem you are solving. They are a gift you are giving.